what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to cover important reminders that you might want to take care of before maintenance. I would also like to respect my viewers' precious time, so be sure to use the timestamp chapters in the video playbar as well in the video description to help you get the info you need from this video faster back to your day. So this upcoming maintenance, we're going to be getting a new mission pass. So saying that, currently NGS Season 23, the mission pass that we have currently is going to be coming to an end. So this is going to be your last chance to push some of these tiers here. Now, whenever it comes to getting the tiers here, you can actually purchase tiers. Like up here on the top left, you can see purchase tier. And I've already completed all mine, but it's 25 star gems per tier. So if there's something in the listing that you want to get and you don't have enough time from like weeklies and dailies and stuff to progress to that certain milestone for the item that you want, you can always purchase the tiers for star gems. Now something else that's really smart to do is if you go up here to the top left, you can see previous seasons. So we can actually still see NGS Season 22. And it's a smart idea to go through here and double check just to make sure that you claimed everything, because this will be your last chance to actually claim anything that's inside of here. You can't actually progress the tiers any longer once it shows the previous season, but you can still like claim the items in here and stuff. But with the upcoming maintenance, the previous season's going to switch to 23. And we're going to have the new season 24, which will be the one that we'll be progressing then at that point. So just a little heads up, make sure you double check this. Now, I would strongly suggest everybody to get a hold of the gold portion of the mission pass. If you don't have one, it comes automatically with premium. Now, another way that you can get a hold of the mission pass is if you open your menu and then you go down to the shopping cart icon, then you go to ACSG shop and then to SG shop. And at the very bottom down here in the listing, you can actually purchase an mission pass gold right here for 100 star gems. And it's a very good value. I would definitely suggest getting that if you don't have the gold portion of the mission pass. There's also a way to get a hold of a free mission pass if you've never gotten one before, and I'll show you that real quick. So as I mentioned, you can actually get a free gold mission pass for the first time. It's a task that you get from Lydia, and you can find Lydia inside of any major city right next to the player shops. And if you talk to Lydia, she has some like various tasks and stuff. Now you can see I've actually completed all the tasks, but if I go to my completed tab, we can scroll down a little bit here and you can see where it's the mission pass, and it's just using a mission pass. And then the prize listing there actually gives you an Mission Pass gold ticket for free. And all you have to do is view the mission pass to get there. So the way that you would do this is once you accept the task and you open up your menu, if you go down to task and quest here, then you can go access the mission pass right here, and bam, that would clear that task and it would give you that ticket for a free mission pass gold. So something else that's going to be going away with the maintenance is going to be the Resurgent Force SG scratch. Now this is going to be going away on September 12th as well. And you actually get like a free select ticket from the mission pass gold as well. So you might have some of those. Hopefully you have those. You've been getting your mission pass things. So you can actually scratch on this as well. And there's like some like stage bonuses for like the motion idle stretch, for example, if that's something you like, or there's some of these other items in here that you want to get a hold of. It's going to be your last chance to scratch on it, as well as last chance to use your select tickets that you have to get some of the items here from the listing. Now, when it comes to this listing here, I do believe everything here is going to actually just repeat, like in the new SG scratch that gets dropped after maintenance. So there's no real big sense of urgency because nothing on here says limited time or anything like that. It just all says like new and featured. So I'm pretty sure all of this stuff is going to stay in the upcoming scratch too. So it's really not a big sense of urgency. If you didn't get some things from here, you'll still be able to collect them later. But this will be your last chance to use your select ticket, so make sure you do use that if you have one. So we have a lot of scratches that are going to be going away this week, and we're going to go ahead and start it off with mentioning the treasure scratch is going to be ending. Now you can't actually accrue tickets for this any longer, but if you do have any more treasure scratch tickets, make sure that you use it because the scratch will be going away this upcoming maintenance, so make sure you get all your items from that. Now we do have a limited time quest this week that's going to be going away with maintenance as well, and it's actually a pretty good limited time quest. You get a lot of good rewards on this. It's called Drill Unidentified Region A32, and this is an 8-player quest. Every run of it gives 25,000 seasonal points, so you get a lot of seasonal points here. It's always 5 minutes a run, so it's always like a set time of running, and it's pretty worth. It actually gives like pretty good rates on like arms refiners and stuff like that in there as well. And there's also like unicorn drops. Like you're probably not going to get the Tissa weapons or the Octo Arm or SEGA, but these are like some big drops that you could possibly get inside of there too. Really the big pull is just like the seasonal points on the arms refiners, and also you can get some LC capsules too. And another really big thing is you can get the Autumn 23 SP scratch tickets in there too, which has a really low rate, but it's still a chance of getting them. So 5-minute runs for 25,000 points. This is definitely a worthwhile quest to run. And it's like something chill that you can just put like some YouTube or anime or something on the side while running. Pretty nice. So we do have an Arks record ranking that's going to be going away this week. Now, if you open up your menu and you go to personal and then down to Arks records and then random challenge records, you can see right here is Dreisen plant board stage 1. So I would suggest coming out here and doing at least one run of this, which will give you Arks record badge of times 20. If you try to go hard on it and get like a really fast time and a lot of points and everything, you can possibly get silver or gold, which will give you even more points. Now, something that's really nice about this is a ranking that's per ship too. So if you have a character on all 4 ships, you can actually go out there and do one run of this on each ship and get yourself an individual Arks record ranking reward. That way, so you can get badges on all 4 ships, and then you can trade in on your off ships for the star gems on the ships that you don't really main. Whereas you could save your badges on your main ship to use on more important things that you want, like the camos or the emote and like the arms refiners and stuff like that. Now, if you're curious where to find this at, it's inside of the Dreisen plant, and you can see right here at this Ryuker, Dreisen plant 2. And you would start it right here at this little terminal right here for the field race. It's right in front of the Ryuk. So another AC scratch that's going to be going away this week with the maintenance is going to be Uncle from Another World style. There's a lot of really nice stuff inside of this collab scratch. So if you've been scratching on this, there's the last chance that you have to use your select tickets. Or it's going to be your last chance that you have to hit any of these milestones here for the scratch bonus too, if you want to scratch on it. There was a lot of really good stuff inside the prize listing here. I was a really big fan of some of the emotes here. Both the emotes was really good, and the weapon camos from this was actually really good too. I have previews of the emote on my channel. I also have previews of 2 of the 3 camos on my channel too. I have a preview for the Uncle's swords as well as the Elf's magical sword, and I was a really big fan of both of these weapon camos, so it's going to be your last chance to get some of these things. Most likely once this collab's gone, all of this stuff will go way up in value because we probably won't get this collab again, most likely. So it's going to be the last chance to get a hold of some of these items before they just start to go up in price, most likely. Now, one more AC scratch that's going to be going away with maintenance as well is going to be the Emote Collection August 23. So if you've been scratching on this, make sure that you go through and use your select ticket. You can go through this browse listing here and you can see the scratch bonus emotes here. Actually, like all of these scratch bonus emotes can actually be sold or purchased on the player shops from Meseta. So if there's some of these in here that you want to get and you don't want to spend AC to get them, you can possibly just buy them from Meseta. They probably have like a pretty hefty price to them. Like I bought the 694 camp emote myself, and that was only like 6 mil when I purchased it, which was pretty good considering it's like a 35 pull scratch. But there's a ton of really good emotes inside of here, so I would suggest going through here and just kind of checking them all and seeing if there's anything that you like. I have previews of every single emote that's in this scratch on my channel. So if there's any of these in here that you're curious of what the weapons do, like the weapon reflections or the reactions or button presses or anything like that, I have previews for all of these on my channel, so you can go check them out. So this part of the video, I think most of my viewers will know where the trades I'm about to mention are. So here's a checklist on the screen. You can pause to save yourself some time. This is weekly trades that you should be doing every week. I'm going to go to each location and showcase them as usual for those of you that don't know where these trades are. Explain them a little bit along the way. So here we are in Central City, and we're going to go to the first shop on the left, which is right over here at the Item Trader Travis. And then at Item Trader Travis, you want to go to Item Exchange, and at the very bottom of the list here is N-Augmentation success rate 10%. You can trade them for 3 of these a week, and it just takes 30 gold Prim swords. Then you want to make sure that you do this every week because it helps you out with augmenting your gear. And up next, we're going to mention the Arks Record Badge Exchange. In the Arks Record Badge Exchange, you can trade in for weekly star gems, and you can also trade in for weekly arms refiner 2 here as well. And then another exchange we're going to mention, I don't really do this one very much anymore because it's not very worth, but there's the Item Exchange Stia, and towards the middle of the Item Exchange Stia, you can actually trade in for some capsules here too, Alt Secret 4, and Meltex and stuff like that. As well, you can also get arms refiners here, which is pretty nice for somebody needing arms refiner. So just a little heads up, that is here. And another exchange we're going to mention is going to be the Aegis Integra exchange. The Aegis Integra exchange is pretty important. Down here at the bottom, you can trade in for Aegis Soul and all the different dominoes. And these are actually used to make Cal Finale, which is a quite expensive capsule. And then as well, we're going to go ahead and mention the Giga Strugment exchange, and you can actually trade in for Giga Strugment camos and different like Defi capsules and stuff in here too. You get Giga Strugments via killing Alio region Gigantics enemies, so this is another weekly trade here just in case you have some of those. And then one more we're going to mention is going to be the Growthment Exchange. Now the Growthment Exchange actually has Arms Refiner 2 here as well, and if you've been running the Limited Time Quest or Lucille, you get the Growthment items from there. And you can actually trade in for some Arms Refiner 2 here per week. You can only get 2 per week, but you can trade in for this as well in case you're needing some Arms Refiner 2. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and run down the street to the last shop on the right in Central City, and this is going to be at the Item Enhanced Lab. And at the Item Enhanced Lab, at the very bottom, there's Exchange Enhancement Materials, and you can trade in for other enhancement materials. Now you can actually exchange in here for Gold Prim Sword 2 and Gold Prim Armor 2, which is very important for taking your gear from 60 to 70. They give like 100,000 EXP each, and to trade in for these, it just takes Grounders too, which is nice. And there's also a weekly trade here as well for your Photon Chuck 2, A and B, and you can use these to unlock potential level 6 on your weapons, which adds a ton of damage too. And then as well, there's also an Arms Refiner 2 trade here too. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and mention the Alliance Activities Support NPC 10, and that's going to be right up here in front of Central Tower, right in front of the stairs. Now 10 is the Alliance Activity Support NPC, and it has the exchange for Alliance badges. So if you've been doing Alliance tasks, you can actually get like weekly star gems here. I'm going to go ahead and trade in for mine. You can see I didn't even trade in mine yet. And it's actually like 30 star gems total that you can get here. You can also trade in for these different like triggers here and stuff too. Sometimes these will make you some pretty good money. Like the Dark Falz Interception, you can get a Ratty Souls 4 from here and that. So we're going to go ahead and mention one more thing is going back to base PSO2 to get Casino Star Gems weekly. Now you can actually get a lot of Casino Star Gems weekly in base PSO2, but you do have to have base PSO2 downloaded, and it is a separate DLC now from NGS. It is free though, however, so it is a large file. It's like 70 gigs or something like that, and it is like very worthwhile to have it, so I would suggest having it. Now if you're curious on how to get to base PSO2, you go to any Ryuker and you can go to block transfer, and up at the very top there's an option for transfer to PSO2 block, and this would be one way to get there. Now another way that you can get to base PSO2 is via the ship selection screen, which you select your ship, and then from there, once you go to character selection and you actually select your character, you can see right here there's an option for PSO2 NGS, or right underneath of it is an option for PSO2 base. So here we are in base PSO2. When you very first log in, it's going to put you right here in the Arks ship lobby. Now if you turn around, you go to this little elevator right here behind you. It says to the shopping plaza. You can go inside of here, and if you jump down from here, you can turn directly around, and here is the entrance to the casino. Now one thing I will mention real quick is up to the left of the steps here, there is actually a Buster Metal trade shop up here that you can get 100 star gems from weekly, but you do have to have Buster Metals, which you can get inside of Cradle of Darkness triggers as drops. It's a little bit complex on getting those. You have to get those from running Alliance triggers that you get from the Alliance shop. So I'm not going to really go into too much detail on that, but that is a trade up there in case you do have those. But we're going to go ahead and go in the casino here. And once you're inside of the casino, if you run over to the left, there's a prize attendant chip right here. And the prize attendant chip has exchange limited time prizes. And you can see right here, you can trade in for casino star gems right here. And you can see that you can actually trade in for quite a bit of star gems here. Now the nice thing about the star gem trade here is this is actually per ship as well. So if you have a character on all 4 ships, you can actually trade in for this individually on each ship. And the star gems are going to affect your whole account, which is pretty nice. It's quite a bit of extra star gems per week. It does take casino points to get these though. So if it's your first time in the casino, you can actually get some casino point passes from this NPC right here, just for doing various tasks around the casino, playing little mini games, using a drink stand and stuff like that. And once you have the casino passes, you can take them to this Voldragon machine right here, and you can spin it. I'm going to go ahead and show, you can either spin 1 pass or 5 at a time. I'm going to go ahead and spin 5 just to show you an example. And he's going to spin out a random value of coins at me. And sometimes they'll give you more than 100 per pass too. You can see right there I got lucky and one of the passes gave me 300. So it's pretty nice. A little bit of RNG to get some extra sometimes. Now there's another way to get a hold of casino passes, which is actually really easy, and you can do this every day too. And it just takes a matter of minutes. So that's going to be doing daily orders back in the base game's main lobby. So we're going to go ahead and go back there and show you that. So here we are back in the base game main lobby, and we're going to go ahead and run over to the left over here. This is going to be the daily order attendant. You can see it has a green icon because I already have some daily orders completed, stocked up. But if you talk to the daily order attendant here, usually towards the very bottom, there's like some collect, like harvesting and fishing like orders that you can do inside of free explorations. And usually I try to grab these. I keep a lot of these items stocked up. This harvesting red meat run right here is actually really good. This is just for killing random enemies inside of fields, and you get this red meat stuff all over the place. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that one too. And then there's other daily orders inside of here as well, where you can go like kill like certain enemies, or there's like collect quest where you can send like a little support partner out to actually go collect these items for you, which is pretty low effort too. Some of the kill quests are actually like really simple to do, and some of them are kind of complex, so it's just something that you just kind of learn over time. But when it comes to these harvesting ones, you can actually just stockpile this stuff, and look at all these orders I have completed just because it's like collect items. And like the red meat one that I mentioned previously, you can see right there I have 999 of this item. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this in here. Now it's gonna by default try to make you turn in like a whole stack of it, but I always alter this. I'm just gonna turn in one, because I want to save my items for another turn in another time or another character. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and we're gonna complete a daily order here. It's gonna pop up that I've completed a daily order, which gives me 5 casino coin passes, which in turn is at least 500 casino coins. Now you can actually do this per character that you have every day. So I could actually go and do this on all 30 of my characters if I wanted to, getting 5 casino coin passes per character. And it's just really fast and simple. Just turning in that red meat right there is going to get that on every character, which is really nice. So that's going to wrap it up for the video. I'm curious, what do you all think of the limited time quest we had this week? I quite like it myself, but I want to know how you all feel, so please let me know down in the comments below. Speaking of which, likes, comments, and subscribing is a free way you can help my channel grow, reaching a larger audience. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a wonderful day, friends. I'll see you all in the next one.